If it is your first time trying to meditate, there are a few things I would like to make you aware of. Your body might not be used to sitting in a still position without the desire to move. I am sure there are more reasons for this, but we live in a busy world where we constantly need to do something. This could be difficult to detach from. Be patient with yourself. If you feel the urge to move, observe that, as that will build a closer relationship with you as you, the observer instead of the actor, the one taking actions from the mind when instructed to do so. We have to also understand that the mind is a lens we perceive life through, meaning the mind can never perceive itself, although it will always try to do that. It is like your eyes trying to see themselves or each other, for that matter. Almost impossible, right? Yes, almost. We can, however, see a reflection of our mind, but that means that we have to step beyond our mind in order to get that reflection and perception from an objective view. When we try to become still, the mind will most likely retaliate because it feels abandoned or not useful anymore. Due to little distractions, you might notice that it feels like there is a waterfall of thoughts coming to the surface. This might overwhelm you at first. Please know this is a part of the process. There is no way around the mind. We have to patiently move through your mind to get to the other side and notice how our awareness does not only exist in the mind. You might also notice how the mind is trying to identify itself as other things because of the fact that it can't perceive itself. For example, the mind might try to identify itself as the body by giving it signals to move or fidget, and the body responds. It gives the mind reassurance that it might well be the body. It is important to notice when the mind gives these signals and to not react upon them. This will strengthen your objective awareness to detach from the mind and lead you to a deeper meditative state. The other reason why it might feel like there is a volcano of thoughts and things going on in the mind is because you are taking the time to notice. This does not mean it is only arising now. Those thoughts are there the whole time, but we are so distracted and busy with other things that we don't even notice how many thoughts are running in circles in our mind, trying to be acknowledged. The thing is, your senses and your thoughts are not distractions. If you perceive them as such, then that is what they will be to you. If you see them as different form of energy, and that your focused awareness has shifted to something else, then it is much easier to bring your awareness back to something else. On this note, making a little ritual for your meditation can be very rewarding. Try to incorporate all of the senses. I know some people will not agree with me on this. As in meditation, we are trying to move beyond the senses and aiming for a state of samadhi or nirvana. As we move towards and through the senses, it brings and grounds us into the present moment. Light a candle or dim the lights so that the light is not bright but ambient. and also not completely dark, which might encourage sleep. Incense or essential oil burners are very handy, as the olfactory system in the body is directly linked to memory. So be cautious. Do not use a smell that triggers a certain memory for you, because you might then connect meditation to the same feelings of that event or story. Unless it is a very pleasant feeling, then I would say go for it. Try to get a calming smell like lavender, sage, frankincense, or something that you enjoy smelling. Make sure you are warm enough and that the clothes you are wearing are comfortable. I mention these things when you start meditating, not because they are essential, but if you want to incorporate these things to add to your comfort, then feel free. You can, however, meditate in any or no clothing, but anywhere in the world. A lot of people suggest meditating on an empty stomach, so that you have more energy that is not busy with digesting food. But in the same light, I have tried before and spent the entire meditation practice thinking about how hungry I am. So eat something small if you are very hungry. There is not really a right or a wrong here. Being uncomfortable because you had too much to eat can also draw awareness towards that. So being mindful about it is enough. The first step is to commit to a regular practice, a few times a week if possible. Be clear about the time you will carve out. 10 to 15 minutes initially is recommended, where you will be relatively undisturbed. A little bit of background noise is not an issue, and your reason for meditating. It takes discipline and perseverance to make a habit stick. So honoring a routine, same time, same place, will help build your meditation practice. Many people pair meditation with a routine habit they already have, like brushing their teeth to make sure they remember it. A popular time to meditate is the first thing in the morning, though it's okay to find time that suits your schedule. Be it morning, afternoon, evening. At the end of your meditation, it is important to recognize the quality of mind at the moment and then make the intention to carry it into the rest of your day. From a clear idea about what you are going to do next. Whether it's brushing your teeth, taking a shower, or making breakfast. It's so easy to jump off of the seat and lose the calm, spacious quality you created while meditating. So be conscious of carrying this awareness with you into the next activity you do. I have heard so many meditations and books saying to quiet the mind and remove all the thoughts. Like you can just switch off your mind like a light switch. This drove me crazy when just starting to meditate, and it actually made me dread trying to meditate. The mind is always active, even active when we are sleeping and unconscious. So expecting it to magically switch off when you are starting to meditate will cause stress, frustration, and even anger. So here is a different approach. Meditation is not about actively trying to do anything. It is not to try to get the mind empty, although at times you might notice that there are spaces or pauses and silence between thoughts. This is not a bad thing either. Instead of trying to clear the mind, allow your mind to settle. Like a glass filled with mud. If you stir the glass, it will always be murky. but the more you just let it be, the clearer the water will be, and the ground will sink to the bottom of the glass. When that happens, it's easier to connect to the clear parts of the mind that helps you see things without distortion. And the more and more you use those parts, when you start interacting with the outside world again after meditation, the stronger those connections will form, and the distorted and muddy side will lose its power. Meditation is a journey of a lifetime, not a sprint to instant progress. Take it session by session, day by day, appreciating that this is a skill that requires commitment, patience, and practice, where the benefits are felt gradually over time. Now let's explore some meditation styles.